What up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's DeMarius Jackson. So it's been quite some time since the last time I made a video. If you watch one of my previous videos, I'll leave a link to it up here or there or wherever it is somewhere. You know that I'm going through the process of trying to attain my Doctor of Music Education degree. So as of a few days ago, 2 days ago to be exact, I've actually finished my second class towards that process, and thank goodness it's over. I've been super busy writing papers every single week and discussion posts and replies on forums, but I will say that I've learned a lot throughout the process and I have absolutely no regrets. So I say all that to say this: we are all at different points in our lives as far as our playing is concerned, and right now I'm honestly in a maintenance phase, if I'm being real. So what I mean by that is I have a lot of things going on in work and life, and I try not to make a lot of excuses, but honestly I just don't have as much time as I used to practice. So I'm on a mission and I'm on a quest to try to maintain my level of proficiency on the instrument or the multiple instruments that I try to play. So if you're one of those people, I have about 3 suggestions, or at least 3 things that I do personally to try to maintain my practice. So I relate being a musician a lot of times to being like a bodybuilder. When you first start either one of these activities, you make a lot of gains those first couple of years. And then after a while, you notice that it kind of tapers off. The improvement comes very, very slowly. So if you take a little bit of time off from either one of those activities, but you start back, it's almost like muscle memory kicks back in. So these are 3 things that I do to maintain the muscle, if you will, on my instruments without, degrading the proficiency on my horns. And so let's kick it off. That number 1 thing that I do is free play. So the number 1 thing that I love to do is build a connection with the instrument that I'm playing. And I notice a lot of times if I don't play that instrument for a while, I'll lose it, and I can notice it as an individual playing by myself, or in an ensemble, I kind of lose the sound of it in my ear, if that makes sense. So to get down to the nitty gritty, I basically take the instrument out. I'll start off with playing like a chromatic scale or something of that nature, just to make sure that none of the pads are sticking or the instrument is actually functioning correctly. And then I'll just kind of honestly just play whatever's on my mind. And the number 2 thing I do is basically an up-down scale or arpeggiated pattern. So I made a video about this a few years ago, or maybe a year ago, I can't remember. I'll leave a link to it somewhere up here. But basically this is for my dexterity. And this is one of the things that I notice that I lose pretty quickly on my instruments, and that's playing evenly up and down the scale of the horn, getting from note to note evenly. So I make this a priority in my practice. And like I said, I'll do this also with arpeggios. You can pick major, minor, whatever it may be, but it sounds a little bit like this. And the number 3 thing that I do is essentially I'll just play a tune, just because I like to improvise on all my instruments, and I just like to have a voice. Obviously, when I'm not playing, I still listen to music as much as possible, but I want to remember that I have the ability to create something within me, if that makes sense. So I'll just pick a random tune, a blues, an actual tune, who knows, whatever I'm feeling like. My favorite tune is All the Things You Are, and then I'll play that. So there you have it. So this routine usually takes me about 10 minutes. It usually depends on how many instruments that I'm playing that day. I try to go throughout the rotation of my woodwinds, if that makes sense, every single day. But realistically, I don't get a chance to do that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, share it with a friend. And I promise I won't wait so long the next time to make another video. See you on the next one. Out.